We are doing a gimbal today. Yep, little phone gimbal. So that's kind of cool. This one's by Feiyu Tech. Yeah, the Vimble 2S. I don't know how long this has been out. I don't know how good it is, but one of the things that I was a little excited to try was the fact that this thing has a telescopic handle. So one of the issues I know that I find when I'm using an iPhone, or pretty much any smartphone, is that if you're using it for vlogging, is trying to get that camera out far enough so that it gets a nice wide shot. Because the selfie camera is a camera that a lot of these camera manufacturers, well, let's admit it, most of the camera manufacturers are kind of ignoring in the fact that there's a single and it's only a certain width and it's not overly wide. So for those of us that really want to get that camera out there to get that wide selfie shot or use it for vlogging, how do we do it and keep it stable? Because as most of us know, if you get that on any kind of selfie stick, the further we get that phone away from us, the more it's kind of flapping around out there and just kind of floating wherever it wants. And that doesn't look good. So we want it out there, but we want it stable. Maybe this is the answer. The Vimble 2S by Feiyu Tech. Let's crack it open, see what's in there. Got this on Amazon. Comes in at just over the $100 mark, Canadian. So $105.95 right now. 5 stars, only 7 ratings. This is fairly new, I believe. What it has here on their website, compatibility iPhones, anywhere back it looks like to the iPhone 6S series. So my guess is it requires one of the newer iOS versions. Talks about a whole bunch of Android phones. And then of course the big feature, 18 centimeter long extension built into the handle. That's the big one I'm looking for. 360-degree point of view mode, which could be very cool as well. Direct control to native phone cameras, so that's also good. So if you're using the native app, this can still control it, is what I'm guessing that means. So it does say, yeah, Vimble 2S supports direct control native iOS and Android phone cameras for photo and video taking. So that could be cool. And quickly switch between horizontal and vertical shooting. So for those of us that like to shoot in the traditional video mode, which is what you're seeing right now, works beautifully. But if you want to switch it into that portrait mode so you can get those Instagram stories or whatever it is out there that you guys are shooting, should be awesome. Should be awesome, I'm guessing. I don't know. All right, let's crack it open, I guess. Yeah, this looks good. Nice box. It even came with, and I don't know if this comes with all of them, and I'm not sure if this was because I bought it from a certain seller or if it's something from Feiyu Tech. I don't believe it would be from Feiyu Tech because of the fact that, why is it not in the box? But that's cool. I'll take it. Nothing wrong with a new cleaning cloth. All right, here's the box. Feiyu Tech Vimble 2S. Looks nice. On the back or on this side, there's that extension. Oh, yes. Feiyu Gimbal, the expert of image stabilization. Well, we'll see. We're gonna find out. Okay, so I haven't had a new gimbal in a while, actually. So this is kind of neat. Not that I think most gimbals have changed a lot, but like I had stated before, the big bonus of this one is that handle. 18 centimeters, that gets it out a decent amount. You don't want it way out there, but you want it out far enough so that it just gets a better shot of you. That's the most important part. Okay, so let's see what's in this box. I'm hoping that there's maybe like a case. Yeah, there's a case. This looks like your pretty classic case that you see for most kind of gimbals out there. All right, in the box before we see it, we get this little envelope. Ooh, very official. Hello, hey, what's up? Inside here, we want you. Okay, that's nice of you. Here's your warranty card. What does it say for warranty? I don't know if I can see it. It says there's warranty, but it doesn't say how long. I don't know. I have to look it up. If anybody knows off the top of their head what the warranty is, pop it on down there. It does say download the Feiyu On app. So it does give you 2 QR codes here, which is excellent. It's a nice big foldy manual. Not really booklet, but foldy. So there you go. That's it right there. Nothing wrong with that. Very, very legible. Shows you how to use it. Shows you how to install, how to do landscape and portrait switching, and user guide. What more do you want? You don't want anything else. I like that they put all this in a little, kind of like a little envelope. It's nice. I like that. Yeah. Okay, this is what we came here for. Right here, Feiyu Tech. And it is kind of in this styrofoamy kind of case that we've seen from way back when. My very first gimbal actually came in a case like this. They're still around. That's nice. Okay, open that up, and here we go. So we get our gimbal, we get a little extension handle, which is nice, and we get some accessories. So what do we get for accessories? My guess would be just a charger. So a little charging cable would be my guess. So you get, it looks like, oh, that's kind of cool. A whole bunch of little, is that like adapters? That's weird. Let's just pull one of these out. Oh yeah, so they're adapters. So depending on what you need. So I wonder if it's micro USB on one side. You'll see this one was a lightning. So this is gonna go into your phone, and oh, maybe it allows it so that you can actually charge your phone while you're using it, because you'll see USB-C, you'll see, I don't know, how many are in here? Let's just see. So you got micro to lightning, you've got USB to micro, and you've got micro to micro. So my guess is this is micro, and every other one is depending on what your phone takes, so that you could possibly charge it. As well as you get, this would be your charging cable, so your main USB to a micro USB. But that's cool, that's all right. I like that they give you all that, plus they give you a little strap to wrap around your wrist. Cool, nice. So this way, it really shouldn't matter what phone you're using. Doesn't matter if you're using an Android phone with a micro USB, or an iPhone with a lightning, or whatever phone with a USB-C port. You got a cable here that's gonna connect. That's kind of cool. My guess is that's gonna be used to charge the phone, possibly, maybe. That's handy, I like that. As long as you got, I don't know, one of the app-supported phones. And here it is. That's it right there. This reminds me size-wise of like the old Smooth Q. That's what it reminds me of. Now, this is not one of the gimbals that you see nowadays that folds up to a real small kind of portable size. And it can't, it makes sense. It has an extension handle in it. How do you fold that? That's gonna be it here. You'll see in the back, there's gonna be your main trigger. You have your wide and telephoto zoom on the back. You have USB. Oh, so this must be it. So this would be that micro USB. My guess is this is gonna have enough power in it to be able to charge your phone, and you use that cable to get there. And then of course, you're gonna have your record button, your move the gimbal button, so your joystick, and this one here, possibly power. I'm just guessing because I don't know, but that's what I would think. In regards to this, the actual 3-axis, every piece here has a lock. Let's see if I can get this to unlock. There it is. There's stiff, but that's good. Click. Right? And now this will float freely. It does have a balance arm, so you want to make sure that this arm here balances depending on which smartphone you're using. So you do want to get it up here and make sure that it doesn't kind of flop to one side, because if it does flop, then the stabilization may not work great, and you may actually damage the motors in the gimbal. So you'll see these, they should lock back, right? Kind of find that spot, maybe there. And you're good. Yeah, that's handy. And of course, tripod spot at the bottom. So you can put your handle in there to get a little bit more extension. These also open for able to stand. And this is good because a lot of these, I'm guessing this one as well, will have the ability to have some features in their app. For example, doing time lapse or motion tracking or anything like that. So having tripod legs is gonna be very, very important. But I am curious, can I do this without doing anything else exciting? Do I just pull? Oh, ready? So there it is. There's your extension. Do you guys see that? Right? There's the extension, that's it. It's not like, you're not thinking crazy, but that's gonna get that gimbal plenty far. See how far that is out there? Oh yeah, you see that in the other camera? You know, that's gonna get that out there far enough so you should be able to get, even with the front facing camera, you should be able to get pretty much most of your upper body. Well, that's cool. All right, so I'm gonna download the app, and then what I'm gonna do is set it up, and we're gonna go outside to give it a first run. We may do a second video to go over the actual application, but for now, we're just gonna check the stability and see what we think. All right, I'm gonna download the app and we'll go outside. All right, guys, so I have the gimbal out. We're just doing a walk here just to test it, just so you guys can see. Oh, it's so humid out today. Yuck, it's supposed to be like 36 or 35 degrees Celsius today. Blah. All right, anyways, we're doing a quick walk up the street so you guys can see how this
gimbal stabilizes. And I have the handle, which again is important. The handle's closed, so you guys hear the birds. So this is what we would normally see. And I think this is the big selling feature of this gimbal, is stability is great, but let's extend the handle. Okay, ready? We'll extend the handle. Okay, so now you might not be able to hear me as good, but that gets that phone way out there, which is so much nicer. You don't get that up here. Tilt that down. There you go. You can't even tell really that my arm is really in the shot that much, but it's way nicer down here, I think. And stability wise, it should be even a lot harder for a gimbal to stay stable while it's out further, but it's doing pretty good. I think that looks actually really good. See, of course you got the stability of the gimbal and you get the stability of your phone. So if your phone has a good like electronic stabilizer, it should be even better. Yeah, I like that extra reach. That extra reach is fantastic. All right, let's just spin this. All right, come back. Of course, I got crappy sun behind me. Well, it's not crappy, yeah, it's good to have the sun. But, oh yeah, I think that's nice and stable. Right, what do you guys think? Good? Get around the corner here, it should be a little nicer in regards to the sun. All right, I'm gonna spin the camera around. Now, the one thing that I did notice is that there's nothing on the remote, I think, to be able to, oh, maybe not, let's see. Tap. Let's just stop it and see if I can spin the camera around for you guys. All right, so the camera's spun around. I think you have to stop the recording to be able to do that. But again, I'm just doing a nice walk with the arm extended, which is great. I love the fact that the arm extends because you can do these nice, like, let's see if I can do this. Get a nice shot down here and just kind of get these. Oh, you can do all kinds of stuff with that because it can go taller than you, which is again super awesome. Yeah, that's nice. It does have some standard features, of course, that I'll just kind of do right now. So some photo features as well as some camera video features. So I'm gonna actually show you some of the photos I took, and you guys can get an idea what you think. I'm still having a little, you know, I gotta get used to having that way out there because you move your hand a little bit, but it actually moves a lot. Oh, look at that bug. Hold on, check this bug out. Massive. One sec. Little guy's having problems down there, but he's a good size. Yep, good size. Oh yeah, that works good. You just gotta get used to it. All right, pictures coming up, and then I'm gonna go upstairs and we'll take a look at the actual software.
All right, so we're back in the house, got the gimbal. Had the opportunity to take a couple photos. I just actually put the gimbal and the phone up on the top of the car, which was kind of nice. But there is some nice photo features in there too. So just a standard photo if you want to just take a picture. They have ultra wide. I think it actually just takes 2 different photos, like one here, and then one up here, one up here. So I guess that's 4 photos, but 2 width-wise to give you an ultra wide. You get 180 degree wide and a 360 degree wide. So there's a couple cool features in there with different photo modes, which is nice. And the stability. I had a chance to come back and actually look at the gimbal, and I think the stability is actually really nice. So a couple of the things I noticed while being able to go and try it. Number one is that on here, this part here, which is what balances the weight of your phone, most gimbals actually have like a tightening knob so you can really get it just kind of perfect. This doesn't have a tightening knob on the back. So what happens is there's just notches. So you kind of just pop it out. Like you can go forward or backwards a knot, and that notch will get you close enough, I guess. Is it gonna be perfect? Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. Now the other thing is that charging cable I thought was gonna be put down here. Now the one down here is what charges the gimbal. On the actual top part here, I'll bring it up close, hopefully you guys can see that. So right here, there's a USB, And that's a micro USB here, so if you actually take that off, you'll actually see, hopefully you'll see, there's that micro USB right there. And that's where you plug that cable in, and then that can plug into your phone. So cool. So I was like, now I don't think that cable is long enough, but it definitely is long enough from up there. So again, it doesn't matter if you have a phone that supports micro USB, USB-C, or Lightning, you have a cable that allows you to connect to that. So that's also really good. Let's take a look at the app real quick, because I don't want this video to be crazy long. So I got my phone mounted here so we can look at the app, and you guys will hopefully be able to get an idea of what this screen looks like. Now you have to have your phone connected, your Bluetooth on. It will go through a pairing mode at the beginning. So we will just bring up the Feiyu Tech app here, hopefully. There it is here, Feiyu Tech ON. Here it is, and you'll see Feiyu Tech Gimbal connected. It does give you a little bit of a run through of how to do object tracking. So read that, I guess. I'm gonna say keep this up for now, but you could say don't remind me next time. And here it is. So going through this, at the very top left-hand corner, you'll see camera, and if you tap on that, you'll see it switched from camera to video. So camera to video. Below that is, and we're on photo right now, below that is the mode. So if I tap on this when it's in photo mode, you'll see photo capture, overlapping image, light trail mode, be like a long exposure, freehand panorama, fast panorama, ultra wide angle, 180, and 360 panorama. So those are some of the ones that I tried. Of course, I didn't try overlapping image or light trail mode, but they seem to work good. Again, the tripod is super useful for these fun features if you're gonna use them. For me, not something that I use a lot, except for maybe like the ultra wide angle and the panoramas. Those could definitely be useful if you have time to set up to take a shot. So I kind of like those. Getting out of this, we'll switch that actually to video. And when we're in video, we have a couple different modes as well. So video, slow motion, light rail mode, static time lapse, tracking on time lapse, and a dolly zoom. So that dolly zoom is that, you know, that push and pull at the same kind of time. So your width zooms in while your subject stays in center. Kind of cool. So you got a couple different ones here, which is kind of nice. Exit out of this. Below that, of course, you do have your record button that's sitting right on the screen. Underneath that is the ability to switch between cameras. Hello, right there. Go back. Now, at the very, very bottom left-hand corner, you will have your settings. So your photo timer settings, you will have, if you want beauty filter, auxiliary line, HDR. Now, just because these features are listed here does not mean they're available on your device. So just realize that. For instance, HDR. If I'm shooting with the front-facing camera, so the camera facing this way, rear-facing camera, front-facing camera, HDR won't work because it doesn't have the ability to shoot HDR. So it's not going to give your phone features that it doesn't normally have. Filters, gesture controls, and more settings. So if you tap that, you'll have a whole bunch of different ones. And there's this watermark. I'm going to turn that off. One of my photos actually had the watermark on it, but you can turn that off if you don't. The other one here that you want to make sure is turned on, and I actually had it turned on when I was recording, is mirror the front camera. That's an important one because especially if you have something on, let's say your shirt. What happens is if you're normally recording yourself and it's not mirrored, what happens is that's gonna be spelled backwards. Everything's gonna be reversed. So mirror mode allows it to be what you and I would see, so everything's spelled right, and if you turn left, it actually looks like you're turning left, etc., etc. So that's a big one. Audio recording input, it has all kinds of stuff. So if you have a mic connected, video resolution, slow motion, zoom speed, because the zoom by default, just so you guys know, actually really slow, which I like, but you have the ability to go in here and play around with some of these settings, which is again, is really cool. On the bottom right hand side, you'll see a little image that looks like a gimbal. If you tap on that, it just shows you what gimbal is currently there. You may have multiple Feiyu Tech gimbals and they would all show up there. Settings is different scene modes, so normal, smooth, motion. Do you want them to be reversed, etc., etc. So I was in normal for the whole thing, but you could go into a smooth for walking or motion if you are in running mode. So I could have gotten probably even smoother if I would have switched this to smooth. Also very cool. All right, guys, so that's a quick look at the app and a quick look at what it was like when you're outside actually using it. And I have to say, I love this telescoping arm. You know, just the fact that I can get that right out there like that. Come on now, look how good that is. Yeah, that's fantastic. I love it. As much as I like the folding gimbals, a folding gimbal that doesn't have the features you want is a folding gimbal that will probably stay home. This arm, oh yeah, that's sweet. All right, my friends, I'm gonna leave you there. I am gonna put a link down below if you guys are interested in this. I think for the $100 mark, in and around that ballpark, I think it's a great little gimbal. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Big selling feature for me, just in case you weren't aware. All right, my friends, link down below if you're interested. It helps support the channel. Yes, it does. And as always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next video. Tomorrow, probably. Later, my friends.